Hello, 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 and welcome to Megan DiMartino, Hope and Possibilities. I am so pleased that you're here with me today, guys. And few things I want to share before I begin is that this will resonate with so many people. And I just ask you to share it out. Share it out to your friends, your family, to your coworkers. Share it out. And just know that this is on YouTube. So go to Megan DiMartino and subscribe to the YouTube channel. All of these, as well as other things, are there, such as Unique Leaders Live, which is, I should say, every Friday live at 4:00 Central Time, but then in a day or so after, it is up on a podcast. So a lot going on, lot information for you, truly for you. And I want to share today that you were born an original. You were born an original, not a copy. You know, I hear so often from people that, I'm trying to do a program that I've read about. I'm, subscribing to this course, and I'm doing that, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. And all of that is great, meaning learning, growing. It's imperative. You're never going to stop growing if you want to continue to evolve. You're never going to stop learning, I should say, and as you choose to continue to evolve. But you're your own unique person. You were born you. God has a plan for you. Jesus was a carpenter for many, many years in his small little town. He was a good carpenter and he did what he needed to do, but he knew that he was God. He knew he was the King of Kings here on earth. And so he worked for 32 years as a carpenter. Well, it probably was less than that, but he was for 29 years. He worked in his father's carpenter shop as a diligent son of Mary and Joseph and did his work. But he knew who he was. And that's what I want to share with you today, that you were not born a copy. You were born an original. You are you, and your essence is you, truly you. And no one else but you. But as I said, I hear people saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going here, I'm taking that course, I'm listening to that. All of that is fabulous. I continue to do that myself. I will never stop growing and learning because I'm going to evolve until I take my last breath. Because I have learned many years ago that it is not about, I'm clear on my purpose. And it has, I would say it has not only evolved, but it has matured as I grew in my own understanding of myself and where I was growing and going. But and as I have grown and evolved, I clearly see that this is my God-given purpose. It's not me saying, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, or I'm creating this. It's my God-given purpose. And so with that, I can't change it. I am committed to it. I'm not just motivated to it. I'm committed to it. Over time, and many of you know that I have developed 2 skincare lines. And these products have been sold through salons and spas and medical spas, but also through, in the last 17 years, through my spa here in Georgetown, Texas. And to have a brick and mortar business for 17 years was a major commitment. And I say commitment, but it wasn't just a commitment to myself, guys. It was a commitment to the mission, vision, and goal of it. And that was, in many respects, to my staff. I was committed to them because I was responsible for their lives and their well-being, and also for the guests and patients, as it was in medical spa as well, that I was responsible for not only the quality of service and treatment, but also the education and training for the staff. So it was a true commitment to that business. And there were so many times, I cannot tell you how many times over the 17 years, of many challenges, some personal and some professional, that I said, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? But it was commitment to the greater good of the community, but also for my staff and helping them grow. Because as I shared many times, my purpose is you. My purpose is to help others grow, to identify their goals, dreams, and aspirations, but help them go back to the basics. You were born an original. You are not a copy. And it sometimes gets so confusing to say, gosh, what is that? And, and once you, in a sense, understand that, to stay with that and continue with that. Because that understanding came to me, that understanding, that aha moment, the revelation, all of those words came to me many, many years ago, as like 26-ish, when I was a Tupperware manager. It's a whole other story. And we'll go into those things in several things that I'm going to share with you in a minute. But that understanding and that revelation came to me. But I was a very young gal, and I was a mother, and I was soon to be a single mother. And so that added a whole other responsibility. But my commitment was to my daughters. My commitment was to help them grow, to be the best people they could be, but also to take care of them, to educate them, to have a roof over their head, to be there for them. So it was a commitment in the middle of building this career, so to speak. And so that on some level had its own challenges, being a mother and a single mother, but also my own goals, dreams, and aspirations of creating. But once I learned my purpose was to help others grow and identify their essence and who they are in, their goals, dreams, and desires, and then help them create that and actualize that, it became much more comfortable because I was clear. That clarity is a very important piece to our journey independently and our journey together. Clarity leads to power. Clarity leads to prosperity, but clarity is the essence. You cannot start anything unless you're clear. So as I said initially, the topic for today is you were born an original, not a copy. And it often gets very covered over by things of life, of things that have happened to us, things that, like when we're kids and we're kind of clear on, who we are, or we're living in the moment, and then life comes in and life changes things. And you have those question marks, and you have those not only question marks about what you're doing, but also your dreams and your goals. But you were born an original, not a copy. And so my job is to help you uncover those things and get to the root of who you are and what you want to do today and going forward. Because as I said, it's about commitment. It's about commitment to yourself, commitment to your values. It's a commitment to your goals, dreams, aspirations. But you say, Megan, how the heck can I have a goal and a dream and aspirations if I'm, knee deep in challenges personally and professionally? I have a job. I don't have the time to explore. But you know what? You do have time. You do have time to take those minutes of the day, in the beginning minute and then the ending minutes, to really clarify that. And we're going to go back to those things, folks. We are going to go to the essence and help uncover and bring out who you are, because you were born an original, not a copy. So I asked you earlier to share this out because I'm putting together a program, and the first piece of it is called Propeller. And it's going to be a daily 5-minute motivation little nugget for you to begin your day and end your day. You can start with the same nugget in the morning and in the evening before you begin and end your day. And it's the propeller that's going to start that plane, that propel of that journey. And that course of the Propel, Start, Scale, and Sustain the Business and Life of Your Dreams, is coming. And it's going to be in 3 modules. And it's Start, because I was talking to a medical gal today who is a nurse, and she and her husband own a medical spa. And she was making a statement, because we were talking about this, because I'm doing coaching for her. And she made a statement that we're always starting. And, because she's now taking, in a sense, not a leave of absence, but she's evolving in her practice and business to write a book. So she was talking about needing, that in one of the things we're coaching with is to start and put that book together. So the essence is she's starting, but it's not starting from scratch. We think of start like, getting out of high school or college and beginning. No, we're always evolving. So we're always starting new. Just like when I sold the spa business in June and have been working on all of these things since then. So I'm not starting, but it's evolving. But on many levels, it's starting new businesses, this coaching, mentoring, this course writing, putting these things together for you. But these are essentially tools that I have utilized and put together for the last 30 years of business, of building these businesses. So it's not starting new, it's taking the tools and putting them together in a fashion for you. But I want you to start today. Start. You're going to hear me use a lot of these same words again and again. But I want you to start today to own that you're an original. You're not a copy. I should know this a statistic, but I don't know the specifics. But I think it's 1 in 4 billion or 40 billion, so forth, percentage of that you are here on this planet. And that's the statistics is huge, meaning God wanted you here for such a time as this and such a time as this for your life to actualize you, who you are, whether you're beginning again, whether you are creating something new, whether you are going into a new career, whether you are owning, and I'm going to use this term, whether you're owning for the first time in your entire life that the greatest job there is to be a parent. And you've always said, I need to do this and this and this and this, but to stay present with that person that you are helping become themselves. That's the greatest job we can do in our lives. I got a message from someone last night that I was instrumental in her evolution, and she sent a comment on one of my posts and said, thank you, Godmother, for all you've done in my life. And I stopped and I thought to myself, wow, I'm not her godmother, by the way. Her mother was a friend of mine, and her mother is still with us physically, but not totally in physicality. And this young lady has been part of me throughout in my kids' lives. She's the same age as them, and they're now women with their own lives. But to have her reach out and say that meant so much to me, because I, for no other reason, that I loved her and wanted to assist her, was there for her in her life. But the same way, I'm here for you. I'm your godmother. I'm here to help you grab hold of who you are, because you were born original, not a copy. You do not have to ascribe to anyone else. Dig deep and look inside who you are. So we're going to go on this journey together. And soon, I would say in the next month, this propeller will be available. And then we'll evolve that into, for you shortly after, for the course Propel. Start, Scale, and Sustain the Business and Life of Your Dreams with the 5 C's: clarity, courage, confidence, commitment, and compassion. So we will evolve and work together with that. And I'm here to help you on every level of your life, wherever you are. So I ask you again to please share this out And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe so other people can find all of the Megan DiMartino Hope and Possibilities, as well as on Fridays, the Unique Leaders, where I interview amazing people who share their stories, because their success is in their story. You know, that you hear that quote that success leaves clues. Forget clues. I want you to have the whole enchilada. I want you to have the whole story, because from beginning to end, you will see the evolution of their lives, what led them to where they are today. So that's Unique Leaders Live. And we'll be with you on this Friday at 4:00 with Carrie Connolly and her story. And she is truly a unique leader. And it is such a compelling story. And I look forward to you joining us this Friday at 4 Central Time. So share this out and join us for Unique Leaders Live. And then a couple of days after we do the live, it's on our podcast on iTunes and Spotify and all the other podcast platforms. So we will see you this Friday, but do share this out. And this will also be on my blog and a newsletter tomorrow on Wednesday that you will, and this video will also be on that as well. So you'll be able to see it again. So go to megandimartino.com. And if you're not on my newsletter, subscribe to that as well. So just put it in, you'll get our book, my book, but also you will also get on the database for the newsletter. A lot of information there. But I reiterate this in my posts and things like that. So you'll get all this information on and on, but you can go to YouTube, my megandimartino.com, Facebook, Megan DiMartino. This will be live tomorrow. So lots of information there, but I am here for you. Have a blessed day, guys. Wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you on Friday on Unique Leaders Live. Be blessed.